some of you don't know, the show was originally on Disney. I had this director who called me and said, hey, there's a part in a musical I'm getting ready to do. Those of you who've seen me on YouTube, you know I can kind of sing. The Tony Romo video, not counted. Everything else is a lot of fun. So I didn't see a part for me in the show. I called the guy back and said, thanks, but I'm not a tenor and I don't tap. And he said, well, there's a part that they added in New York that we're going to use in LA that you're right for. So long story short, I got the part. I'm doing the show becomes a hit. Now, it's in a small theater, 99 seats, actors that are pros can work out. I go into the actors gym. And the girl playing my wife came up to me one day and said, hey, Joan Ryan, I like to say her name wherever I go, because she's the reason I got on the show. Joan Ryan came up to me and said, hey, Dennis, I auditioned for this show. I'm playing to play the best friend of Haley Mills. It's called Good Morning, Miss Bliss. And they're looking for a principal. They're trying to find a principal. They've been trying to find a guy. They get ideas of what they want to cast. And their idea was a guy who was black and 50, kind of an authoritative figure. That's what they wanted. But they weren't finding the actor they wanted, so they opened it up to anybody. So I called my manager at the time, and I said, hey, Bonnie, there's this show. They're looking for a principal. And she goes, Dennis, they're looking for a guy who's black and 50, and you're not even one. Go. Okay, so Bonnie, they changed their ideas. Please call them. So here once again, you guys, you got to overcome your no people. Okay? People will tell you no. You got to find your yes people. Not the ones who go, oh, yeah, I want to be with you. The ones who really believe in what you're doing. So I got an audition for the show. I go to the audition for Good Morning, Miss Bliss, which is about to become the rest of my life as Mr. Belding. And there are these two guys sitting there that I know they're very funny comedic performers. They both have plaid jackets on, but I can see them to this day. That's one point right here. One was sitting here, and one was sitting here on stage night at MSU in Burbank, which is where we ended up doing a lot of Say About the Bells in Good Morning, Miss Bliss. And they had cornering glasses. They had dressed up like their version of a funny principal. I had the only sport coat I owned. I had to buy a tie, but didn't have a tie. And I'm dressed like a principal who might happen to be funny. These guys went in first, then I went in, and I don't know why, and you should never, well, I shouldn't say never because it worked out for me. You really shouldn't do this. But I walked in and said, you know what? If you guys are looking for, hey, waka waka, whoa, that's not what I do. That's what I eventually did. But that's not how it started. And they said to me, we're off to a good start. They were looking for a principal who really loved what he did, but was kind of goofy and funny also out of what he did, not trying to comment on the part. Does that make sense? So 4 auditions later, my phone's driving me nuts. Okay. Anyway, I got crackberry. I call them LA, not blackberries, crackberry. There's no show. Look at my phone. Just a second. So anyway, I get 4 more auditions, and I get to the network. The network's when you get the job or you don't. I went there, ran a charter call. I was doing for MSU there. I was doing for Disney there. And I have 2 scenes to read, and I auditioned with the casting director. I did a pretty good job. When I left, the casting director said, thank you. We'll let you know. That's like, bye-bye. So, you know where Jim Leno has the concerts outside in the summer? Out there for a little while longer? Where Conan was in the midway at MSU, there's a payphone out there. I go to the payphone because I don't want to give up on this. And I'm thinking, my chest gets tight now because I'm thinking it's over. You know, I got to get back in there. Somehow I got to get back in there. I called the manager, Bonnie, who said, you're not black, you're not 50, remember her? And I said, hey, Bonnie, I just did this audition. And you got to get me back in